Now, what's changed the most, man? Like, are the have the bitches changed on you? Have some of your real close homies changed on you? Money, like, what's changed the most? Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
just feel like what really changed is like I'm gonna be all the way real. It's like once you get like to the point where it's like, all right, well people gonna say the hottest, well I say the top. It's like, is it once you're there, it's hard as shit to stay there. Like you gotta keep up with all of that shit. Like, and I just felt like it was different when I was coming up. Like before, when you was grimy, it's like less was expected to a certain extent. It's like that nigga on the come up. Like you know what I mean? I ain't really have to get dressed every day. Like not that it's a problem. I'm just saying like that shit be like it's like you know what I mean? It's more is expected. You know what I mean? Like that's just how that shit be, and that really be is like once you at the top, it's like it's only up, but you gotta keep going up. You know what I mean? If not, you just slowly go down. So that's the whole thing about it. It's just like a ladder. You gotta keep fucking going up. You see what I'm saying? So how that should be, man.
Right. And I consider you successful. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Um,
And coming where I come from, I do too. Like, you know what I mean?
right. And,
Just not where I really want to be, but hell yeah, progress for sure. I look at that all the time. I talk to my homies about it all the time. Like, nigga, we came a long ass
right,
way.
right,
So,
right.
like,
Right, and I'm gonna say I say that to say this because I consider myself somewhat successful too, but you know because it's crazy because where I'm at now, a lot of people they like to bring up shit they done for me
right, hell yeah.
and you know I won't be where I'm at if they didn't do this and that. I mean, how, how do you feel when people try to throw shit in your face
Well,
that they did for you years ago, and now they feel like you're obligated? You know,
no, but
I
I just honestly feel like, I'm glad you said that because I just feel like who really did something like that, like on that tip where it really like helped me. Like you see what I'm saying? Helped me get in where I needed to be. Like who really did something. Like I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong, the support was definitely appreciated. The cosigns, everything, all of from who different artists that was definitely appreciated. But I'm saying like I feel like nobody could say like, yo, like I did something for you that like you know what I mean, made you the reason why you hot. You know what I mean? Or made you know what I mean? Like I don't fuck with that. I don't feel that.
right. Well, let me ask you this. Um, Quilly's my favorite rapper,
Right,
and I listen to everything Quilly put out. You did a song with him, and that's when I became a fan of you off the top.
right.
And me and Nikki, my homeboy Nikki, we talk about it a lot because you had did the song with Quilly, and we was like, damn, if he never did the song with Quilly, would we ever have heard of him?
Right.
So do you feel like, and I'm not trying to start nothing
Oh
or
no.
anything, but do you feel like you doing that song with Quilly was like the biggest like investment of your career or biggest business move ever, or do
Yeah,
you feel
hell
like you would
yeah.
have made it regardless?
Uh,
I'm just curious.
no,
Like
no,
this
no,
is just
no.
something
Hell
I
yeah.
just
Like
always want to
no,
ask you.
like uh, to be all the way real though, I felt like it was definitely worth it. It was definitely a good moment though, because everybody was on. Like it definitely brought some light to me for sure. But um, and at first I was like kind of like ego tripping at first. I'm like, damn, I got like this nigga want money.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? I even like actually said it to him like, nigga, we both from uptown. We hot. I'm hot. Like you hot.
And that's real because a lot of niggas wouldn't admit to paying in the
You know what I'm
interview.
saying? I'm just
Yeah, that's
saying like
real.
so it was like I'm like I gotta pay you. Like I'm hot. You hot. And of course he ain't text me like I guess what he would have texted another nigga, but it was just still the fact. Regardless, I was just like I gotta pay you. You see what I'm saying?
Like how'd
But
you come at him? Like was it like an email, DM? Like
no, it was one of his niggas he hung with was around my way, and I had knew him, and he had kind of just linked it up and was like, "Well, this was because of want to do it," and I'm like, "Damn, I'm in my head like I gotta pay this nigga, like what the fuck?" You see what I'm saying? Like, why you want bread? And I even asked him like, "I'm hot, you hot?" He didn't really care about that, which was cool, cause then I just told myself like,
I'm gonna show you.
not really, I'm gonna show you, because I just told myself like how I'm gonna move. Anybody that's hot, I'm never gonna charge him. That's where I kind of like really got on my shit. Like anybody that's hot, I'm always gonna just fuck with him because what about if I didn't have the bread to give it to him? You see what I'm saying? I'm just always thinking about it like that. What about if I couldn't scream at the bread? What if I didn't have no homies, nobody to help me to get the bread? You kind of see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, so I always said, like, if a nigga hot, I'm always gonna fuck with him. You see what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, I always look like that was like an investment because then after that, another record came about with us. So it was all a building process. I don't hold it against him. I just, you know what I mean? It was what it was, but I just look like, another record, Real Niggas from Up Top came after that with Ready Rock. You know what I mean? And he got paid again, but it wasn't as much as the last time. You see what I'm saying? So
and a lot of people do songs with Quilly and it don't help them out.
right.
So that's why I'm saying it really took two. Like it was really you too. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, because it really took me like, I'm like in my head like this shit hot right here. He had made the little bridge, living that Splash Life. I'm like that shit alright. Like you know what I mean?
Yo, what happened to Splash Life? Yo, with the colorful T-shirt.
That shit hit his ending, man.
Yo, the cops thought that shit was a gang for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a gang or was this like it was just a clothing line like they say in the song? So that shit dead. No more Splash Life.
Oh hell no.
So okay, so let's. All right, so how much was this feature we talking about?
I can't even lie to you though. Listen, right? I'm not even gonna say the number, but I'm gonna say it like this, right? The number was so kind of low. I was like, damn, bro, you might as well set free.
Yeah, I've heard numbers before, but
you see what I'm saying? It was just kind of like, damn, you charged me that. We should have did it for free. That's just the whole. You see what I'm saying? Like I ain't even gonna get too deep into the number, but it was just. Like,
I know the number. I just wanted to see if you
see what I'm saying. It was
yeah.
just like. Then you should have just did it for free. Like, what the fuck is that? But it was just, I don't know if it was like, I don't really know. You know what I mean? But that was the price you said. It was like, all right. You see what I'm saying? But the number was low as fuck. And then you got to think, when we did the Real Niggas from Up Top, the number was even lower. So if the first number was low, you can only imagine the second number. I'm just saying, it was kind of like, for what? You know what I mean? I always just looked at it like, I'm hot. Like, charge me for what? People gonna fuck with it. It's good music. It's putting it out for people.
Yeah. Was Quilly one of your favorite rappers at the time?
Hell yeah, because like I think I used to just a couple years back. I was in high school and I wasn't rapping at all. I was just a fan. I'm still a fan of music, but I was really just a fan. So it was like that's what people I was listening to. You see what I'm saying? Like people want to come up. That's who I was listening to. Like I was on them. Like you see what I'm saying? A lot.
Right. Okay. So you do a song with Quilly. Right. Do you notice a difference though?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I noticed the difference. And it was like, I was so like on him. I'm like, yo, bro, like, you gotta retweet this shit, bro. Like, you gotta, like, he was like, no, bro, that shit gonna snap. And I'm like, okay. And the shit really was snapping, like, you know what I mean? And I just didn't, like you just said, I didn't want it to just be another feature with him. And I'm like, no, people really for some reason fuck with my verse. And it's like right now, if I listen to my verse, I'd be like, turn that off. I hate that shit. But it's like back then, for the moment, that shit was hot. Like, you know what I mean? So I look at it like it was definitely a good investment. That was like a turning point for me. That was like, you know what I mean? Because it brought multiple records. Like I was kind of like, you know what I mean? I was building with him now. It was like, you know what I mean? Then we did, he hit me. He like, yo, let's do 0 to 100. So it's like it built to other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Other records with us. So.
Right. Now, since then, Quilly, I mean, a lot of people in Philly, they feel some type of way about Quilly. You know what I mean? Like, and not to talk about another man in the interview, but fuck it. I mean, where do y'all stand now?
No, he cool. I don't got no bad blood with him. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him in a minute, so you know what I mean. But like I say, he cool with me. You know what I mean? I don't got no bad blood with him.
Yeah. So I mean, for rappers out there that are listening to this interview, and you know, a lot of rappers they don't believe in paying another man and shit like that. What is your advice to other rappers when it comes to spending money on?
I just felt like I wasn't paying everybody. Like I felt like that was out, but it was like I felt like that was worth it, and it was like, all right, you know what, here, you know what I mean. But I wasn't trying to like, it wasn't like a thing where it was like paying everybody. It was like I had already knew I was hot. I just needed to just something. You see what I'm saying? All I needed was something. I was just looking for something. I just feel like everything pieced together on its own, like how everything even happened. Like, you see what I'm saying? Even us just even doing the record, like I just look at that like everything just pieced together.